Hello, my name is Isabella Teles, and I will be talking about my presentation for today, which is on the article about feminist factions united and filled the streets for this historic march. So, a little overview about the article from the New York Times is in the 1970s, women had unfinished business and had to act upon it. During this time, women were fighting for equality, and in order to do so, a march or a strike was set up by several different feminists. This symbolic act was done to focus on issues such as reproductive rights, non sexist child raising, and an end to violence against women. So, there are two chapters that connect with the article that I read. So, the first one is chapter 1, called Paving the Way, and chapter 14, which is called Making a Difference Toward a Better Future for Women. So, chapter 1, which is Paving the Way, ties in with the article, specifically since it introduces feminism and the different types. In the article, it does discuss radical feminists and women of color feminists, and these two types of feminisms focus on the emphasis of male control and domination of women, which is the most fundamental form of oppression. This is mostly seen with women of color, and which is womanism, and those also focus on issues but with minority communities. Additionally, the article also ties in with chapter 14. It ties in with chapter 14 since it talks about the second wave of feminism. During this time, activists worked on issues such as reproductive rights, workplace equality, and non sexist child raising. In the article, it mentions these three demands and how the strike mainly focused on those three issues that were tackled later on. Feminists were able to make a difference by successfully guaranteeing equality in education, right to access abortion services, and gender pay gap narrowing down. Some future considerations that I have is further exposure and education on issues women face. Also, get closer to equality with men and make a difference by supporting feminists. So, these three personally I feel like will make a difference because when you further expand your knowledge and education on what women face, I feel like that also makes you more aware of what is going on during this time and also back then. I feel like all that exposure and education can also help us come together and get closer to the equality with men. And by doing so, tying all of this in, we're also supporting feminists across the world. So I feel like all these three together kind of just contribute and tie in and can overall just help make a difference to bring more awareness to those who need it, especially women.